How's it going, everyone? Welcome back into the channel. Today started week 3 of Green Bay Packers training camp and concluded day 8 of training camp. It was a shorter practice today. The Packers head to Cincinnati on Wednesday ahead of their first preseason game on Friday. They do have a joint practice with the Bengals on Wednesday. I will be streaming during this game. During the first quarter, I'll be streaming on the Bleacher Report app, so come hang out on there. Then for the rest of the game, I'll be streaming on my YouTube. Now, I'm not sure if Wednesday's practice is open to the media as of just yet, but if it is, be sure to be on the lookout for videos on this channel going over the highlights and recap for Wednesday's practice. And if you're a new viewer and enjoy daily Packers content, I urge you to go down and click the subscribe button. I post a ton of Packers content, including practice highlights, which I just posted right before this video. If you want to go watch that, click the link right above, as well as recaps such as this one and any other news that happens. Quickly wanted to go over a couple of things Matt LaFleur said in his press conference this morning. LaFleur on Sean Clifford and Alex Magoo fighting it out for the backup quarterback job after Etling's release. Quote, "Nothing's ever permanent in this league. We'll just see how these guys go about their business," said Clifford has, quote, "some gamer to him." So yeah, we saw Danny Etling get released yesterday. Sean Clifford had a really good family night. It seems like right now he's quarterback 2. LaFleur said they have a preliminary plan for Friday's preseason opener at Cincinnati as it pertains to Jordan Love and the starters, but nothing is set. Quote, "We talked about playing everybody," LaFleur said, adding that there, quote, "might be a select few who won't go." So I'm sure a lot of veterans such as Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Aaron Jones, Devondre Campbell, Jair Alexander, Rasul Douglas, all of those guys probably won't play in preseason, but definitely expect everyone else. Before we dive into the recap, I want to give a big thank you to today's video sponsor, Manscaped. Attention fantasy football fanatics, as the draft season approaches, don't neglect the most important pick of all, your game balls. We all know how injuries can ruin a season, so let Manscaped take care of that Reggie Bush this season with their skin-safe technology. This should guarantee you have a smooth ride into the playoffs. The leader in below-the-waist grooming have created a championship roster with the Performance Package 4.0, and you should do the same. Join the 9 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for kickoff by going to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping using my custom code BASS20. Inside their Performance Package 4.0, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag. Slotted in at quarterback, we have the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. This spaceship is here to guide you on a journey to trim your body balls and even your A-gap. This 4th generation trimmer also features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, and is even waterproof. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker, the ultimate flex. Watch it run through ear and nose hairs like Aaron Donald runs through your favorite quarterback. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts for their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Get 20% off plus free shipping using my code BASS20. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code BASS20 at manscaped.com. It's time to put the PP back in PPR and get a grip on your pigskin with Manscaped. So now let's dive into the injury updates on today's practice. We saw earlier Rashawn Gary was activated off the PUP. I put out a video kind of going over that, so if you want to go watch that, just find it right on my channel. Really great news to see Rashawn Gary practicing again, and this gives him a pretty good chance to play week 1. Grant DeBose was also activated off NFI. First practice as a Green Bay Packer. We saw him today. Lou Nichols is out with a shoulder injury, plus Ennis Gaines out with a quad injury. Those two are both new injuries, I'm assuming happened during family night. DeGuara and Hanson also remained out of practice, and David Bakhtiari and Elton Jenkins were back today. They didn't dress for family night. No concern there. They're back today. Now going over the offense, we'll start with the starters. As usual, it was Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Luke Musgrave. For the offensive line, Bakhtiari was back, so at left tackle, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers at center, John Runyon Jr. at right guard, and Zach Tom at right tackle. Zach Tom did rotate at center with the ones again, so very open competition there. I know Josh Myers has been struggling, especially with snaps and whatnot, so it seems like the Packers are still kind of thinking about maybe Zach Tom being the starting center and Nyman at right tackle. It seems like they're doing a lot of switching because Nyman also moved in at right tackle when Tom moved to center. So at this point, Tom's going to be on that offensive line, it's just whether it's at center or right tackle. As I stated earlier, Clifford is the quarterback 2 as of right now, and he got reps with the second team. Dontavian Wicks also got reps with the first team today, so it's really cool to see that. Going over the recap for team sessions of today's practice, the first play in team sessions for Jordan Love ended in an interception. He tried to find Romeo Doubs on a quick slant across the middle where Darnell Savage jumped the route and got an interception. So I'm more so excited to see Darnell Savage doing that because it's very important for him to keep his confidence up. I want to see Darnell Savage's confidence play and him able to play to his best abilities like jumping route. So yeah, it's an interception for Jordan Love, but I'm more hype for Darnell Savage in that regard. Love then had a beautiful deep ball, a would-be 50-yard touchdown to Romeo Doubs, but he ended up dropping it. Keyshawn Nixon was in coverage. He may got like a fingertip on it, but it was pretty much classified as a drop. And that's kind of been a problem for most of training camp now for all wide receivers. I feel like I've heard Watson, Doubs, Reed, all these guys have like wide open drops. So definitely got to get that under wraps. The Packers mainly worked on red zone period in today's practice, and Jordan Love ended that very strong. So to start, he missed Tyler Davis in the corner on the left side. Then he found Tyler Goodson in the flat on second down, scrambled up the middle for a minimal gain on third down. Quay Walker with the quarterback spy. We've seen that a couple times now. Really like the Packers using a linebacker to spy a quarterback. Seems like athletic quarterbacks always hurt the Green Bay Packers. Then on the next play, he found Jaden Reed for a touchdown versus Isaiah McDuffie, where they used Jaden Reed out of the backfield. If you remember back in the day, they used Randall Cobb out of the backfield a lot, and other defenses were putting linebackers on Randall Cobb, and it just created such a massive mismatch. If they're going to use Jaden Reed like this, which they 100% should, and a defense decides to put a linebacker on it, that is just a massive mismatch, and they should go his way every time that happens. They did on this play, and it was an easy touchdown for Love to Reed. They continued with more red zone work, so more notes for the offense. He found Doubs on a short out route, good coverage by Rasul Douglas. Then Love throws a would-be interception, but Carrington Valentine, it goes right through his hands, kind of tips it up. Jaden Reed ends up with the ball in the back of the end zone. Nice concentration by the rookie to get his second touchdown on the day. Love then had a really nice alert on a blitz where he found Romeo Doubs for an easy slant for a touchdown. Nice seeing him read that blitz, checking to that slant and finding him wide open. Then to end things off, he found Luke Musgrave in the end zone on Quay Walker. Luke Musgrave just keeps getting open. This guy's going to be such an extreme mismatch for any linebacker in the NFL. He's been super impressive during training camp. Love finished this practice, this red zone period, with 2 straight touchdowns. So really nice job by Love to really come back after throwing that first interception in practice and ending red zones with 2 straight touchdowns. We've seen the Packers first team offense kind of struggle in practice to score touchdowns at the end of practice, but today Love had 2 really nice touchdowns to end practice. Going over to the defense, some starter notes here. Carrington Valentine got some play time with the ones today opposite Jair Alexander, moving Rasul Douglas in the slot. I think this is mainly indicative that Jair/Rasul won't be playing in preseason, and they're just trying to get Valentine some first team reps. I don't want to see Rasul Douglas in the slot. In the second series, Jair jumped out, Valentine stayed in his place, and Nixon came back into the slot. So that's kind of where I want to see it. I don't want to see Rasul in the slot. It was an experiment last year, just really didn't work out. I think Rasul Douglas is the best at outside corner. Owens got the start next to Darnell Savage again at safety. That's been the case the last couple of days. I don't know if Owens has jumped Rudy Ford for a starting spot, or it's simply just the Packers really rotating their guys. My best guess is the latter. Matt LaFleur said he'd be rotating the safeties a ton once the pads come on, and he's been doing exactly just that. Then Tarvarius Moore subbed in for Darnell Savage, and then Rudy Ford in for John Owens. So just a ton of rotation going on there. As for some notes for the team portions for the defense, another really solid day by Lucas Van Ness. Multiple stops in the backfield versus run, so he's been really good against the run as well as rushing the passer, and those are the things he really showcased at Iowa. So nice to see him doing that, in an NFL training camp now. The same for Carl Brooks. This dude has been so impressive. He was also in the backfield multiple times for that second team defense. This has been a normality for him during camp so far. I was super high on him in the pre-draft process, super hyped that the Packers drafted him, and he's been showing out. Brooks just simply produced in college. I was so shocked to see him last to the 6th round. Slayton also had a great rep in the red zone period in the backfield to stop a Jones run, so a lot of defensive linemen in the backfield in today's practice. Kenny Clark during the red zone also had a would-be sack on Love. To wrap things up, going over the special teams notes, Anders Carlson was 5 for 6 on the day, makes from 33, 44, twice from 50, and from 51, and a miss from 45. He was super impressive for family night. I know he's been really inconsistent, and before family night, he was missing a lot of kicks. He came out for family night, and I think he only missed 1 kick. He did really well on family night and did really well today on a windy practice day, 5 for 6. So nice to see a little bit of consistency from Anders Carlson. And as for punt return, we saw both Jaden Reed and Keyshawn Nixon rotating in and out at punt return. So that about does it for this video. Like I said, if practice is open to the media, that joint practice in Cincinnati on Wednesday, definitely be on the lookout for all the updates here right on this channel. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.